Hey, Coach Elan here. Hope you are having a good day. So for today's live workout, what I'm going to focus on is glutes, arms, mostly triceps, and also some ab work as well. So we're just going to do some quick warm-ups, nothing too extensive, and then we'll get straight into the workout. I am a little bit run down today. I went and got a COVID test a couple of hours ago, so I'm hoping I don't have COVID. It's most likely just a flu. So, really important if you are a little bit run down, it's important to manage the amount of fatigue build-up that you have, because the more that you do when you're run down, the more fatigue builds up, the more of an effect it has on your immune system. And then obviously if your fatigue levels are really high and your immune system is affected, your recovery process from a cold like I have, or potentially COVID, is going to slow down a lot. So that's why today it's kind of more of like a recovery workout, just to get a lot of blood flow in around your arms, triceps, glutes and abs. So it won't be too difficult, but it will be enough so that you can definitely feel all those muscle groups and go away from the workout knowing that you've achieved something and done something productive for today. So we'll do some quick warm-ups. What we'll do first is some cat and camels for your lower back. So just gonna get you to put your hands underneath your shoulders, and we'll do 15 of these. So you can just follow along with me. I'll put my timer on. It's only gonna be 15 minutes, so we'll get through it nice and quick. If you have any questions about anything as I'm going through the workout, please feel free to comment below. And if you want to work on any particular areas or muscle groups, again, just comment below and let me know. All right, so we'll go from the cat and camel into a Superman. So just reaching your right hand forward and your left foot back. So opposite sides, trying to lift them both up as high as you can. So we'll do 10 of these on each side. So having your thumb up towards the ceiling, as well as your heel. Alright, so what we'll do next is we'll go from a Superman into a lower back extension. So just lying on your chest, lifting your chest up and down. Do 10 of these. Alright, and then we'll go to hamstrings next. So I'm gonna sit on your backside, have your legs in front of you, point your toes back towards you, and so just to get a little bit of extra calf stretch in there, point your toes back towards you and just run your hands up and down your legs. And then we'll just do one more stretch for your quads. So I'm gonna lie on your chest again and going to grab your left ankle with your hand. And if you can, try and grab your right ankle as well. If you can't grab both of them, just do one at a time and just hold each one for about 10-15 seconds, pushing your foot against your hand. Then swap over onto the other leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, cool. So there's some quick warm-ups done. So as I said, we're doing glutes, we're doing triceps, and we're doing abs. So we'll start with glutes first. Now ideally you would have some equipment like a hip circle like this, or a booty band, some people call it, and ideally like a resistance band, but I know that a lot of people don't have that equipment, so I'm going to show you what you can do body weight, just in case you don't have anything. So it means you can still get a good workout done even if you don't have it. So we're going to start with glutes, and we're going to start with an exercise called a clam, where you lie on the floor, head underneath on your hand, pull your knees up to your chest, making sure you have your feet on top of each other, and all you're doing is pushing your knee up and down like that, and that's very specific for your glute. Alright, so I'm going to get you to do that for 30 seconds. Try and do as many of these as possible with good form. Again, keeping your feet on top of each other. Don't go like this or lift your foot up. Just keep that foot planted there. And do enough of these in 30 seconds and your ass will be on fire. Okay, so just another 5 seconds of that. I'm already starting to feel that. All right, so that's the right glute, and then we'll just flip over and go on to the left glute. So just gonna, again, head on your hands, knees up to your chest, and then just pushing your top knee up like that. Go for 30 seconds. So again, making sure that you're not lifting your feet up, just to your knee. All right, we're almost there. Just another 5 seconds. Try to get another 2 or 3 reps in. All right, cool. So that's the first glute exercise. So now you're going to be able to really feel your glutes as we're doing the next one. So we're going to just go into a glute bridge next, and we're going to implement an isometric hold on the first rep so you can feel it a bit more. Just engage that muscle group a bit better. So lying on the floor, hands on the floor, and you're pushing your hips up as high as they'll go, and you're thinking about squeezing your glutes as hard as you can for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to go for 30 seconds of pushing your hips up and down, trying to get as much extension as possible with your hips. So hip extension just means that you're pushing your hips upwards in this position, trying to get them up high to fully engage your glutes. And try and get as many reps with full range of motion as possible. Just go for one more. All right, so that's the second glute exercise. And then the third glute exercise we're going to do, ideally you would, as I said earlier, have a resistance band or some dumbbells for this, because we're going to do a deadlift, which is this motion here, but we're just going to do a body weight for today. So I'll get you to just put your hands across your chest like that, and all you're thinking about doing is pushing your hips back behind you, coming down as far as possible, and then squeezing your bum as you stand up. All right, so push back, think about your hips going back behind you, and squeeze your glutes as you come through. It's much more effective if you do have, some 5 or 10 kg dumbbells, or a medium to strong resistance band. But doing something is better than nothing at all. And you'll feel quite a good stretch in your hamstrings doing this as well. Okay, so just go for 2 more reps. All right, so that's the 3 main glute exercises we're going to do. So that's round 1 done. We'll go straight into round 2. So it's going to be the same thing again, doing 30 seconds worth of clams on each side. So just letting your head relax on the floor and try to get as many reps as possible with a full range of motion. And all you're thinking while you're doing this is you're trying to focus on what you can feel with your glute. And we're almost there, another 10 seconds. When you feel that muscle going on fire, just try and breathe. All right, so that's 30 seconds on the right side. We'll swap over onto the left side. keep going for another 10 seconds. Just try and push through that pain that you can feel. You're going to want to quit, but don't. 3. All right, cool. So that's that one done. And then we'll go back onto the glute bridges again. So 10-second isometric hold at the top. Push your hips up as high as you can go. 10, 9, 8. You're going to squeeze in your glutes as hard as you can. 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. And then going for 30 seconds, lifting your hips up and down. We're almost there. Just go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's round 2 of the glute bridges done, and then we'll just do another set on the deadlifts. So just in case you do have some equipment at home, I'll show you how to do it with the band. If not, just go with the one I showed you earlier, where you have your hands on your chest, pushing your hips back like that, and squeezing your glutes as they come through. But if you do have a resistance band or some dumbbells, all you got to do is choke down on the band, get some tension on it, and then just let your arms hang down as you do the exact same motion. So it's really important that you're pushing your hips back like that. You're not going into this sort of position. So hips straight back behind, and then squeeze your glutes as you come through. Okay, go for 1 more. All right, so that's 2 full rounds of glute work done. So take a 30-second break. Get some water on board, and then next we'll go on to doing we'll do a little bit of tricep. So we're going to do 2 rounds for your triceps, and then we'll move on to doing your abs specifically. All right, so for this one, again, you can use either a dumbbell, you can use a resistance band, or you could use like a bottle. You need to have some type of resistance for this. So ideally, like, I'm just using this as an example, but ideally maybe like a 1 liter bottle, because that'll be 1 kg, or a 2 liter bottle, which would be 2 kg. Depends on how big your hand is, and obviously because some bottles are quite big. But having some type of weight for this is going to be really important. So the first exercise we're going to do is a straight arm push back. All right, so we're going to do this just 1 arm at a time. All right, so very specific for your tricep. So if you want to fill up a water bottle, go and do that. If you have a resistance band or a dumbbell, use one of those. So if you're using a resistance band, all you have to do is stand on the band and grab the band so there's a bit of tension on it, and then all you're doing is you're pushing your hand straight back like that. Or if you were using the bottle, you would literally do the same thing. You would just go like this, pushing it straight back behind as far as your hand will go. So we'll do 30 seconds on each arm. So pushing that behind as far as it'll go. So it doesn't have to be a massive range of motion on this, but if you do enough reps with good form, keeping your arm fully locked out like that, don't do it with your arm bent, arm fully locked out, you get quite a good, you'll get a lot of engagement with your tricep on the back of your arm. All right, so we'll swap then onto the other side. So again, just standing on the band, grab it so there's enough tension, pushing the hips back, getting your back into a really good position, and then just go straight back behind. All right, so that's the first tricep specific exercise. The next one we're going to do is a kickback. So this one, you've probably seen me do this before, but if you're using a bottle or a dumbbell, you'll just get into a good position with your back like that. Lift your elbow up, and you're going to push it straight back behind, so you're fully engaging your tricep. If you're using a resistance band, like I'm going to, all you're going to do is the exact same motion. So you pull your elbow, get your back into a good position first, pull your elbow up, and then straighten your arm out fully like that. All right, so I'll do 30 seconds on each arm. So if you want to get really defined or toned around the back of your arms, doing tricep specific exercises is going to be one of the best ways to do that. Not wasting your time doing lots of cardio or other methods that are less effective. Okay, so that's 30 seconds on that arm. We'll do 30 seconds on this arm. Alright, so again, back in a good position. Put your hand on your leg if you want for a little bit of support, or you can even like put it on a table somewhere, and then just pushing that straight back behind. Alright, so that's the tricep exercises done. If you want to get more done, all you have to do is you can do those same 2 exercises, but you can just repeat it for multiple rounds. So I only did 1 round of those 2 because we're only doing a short workout today. But if you've got more time and you want to get better results, add in an extra 2 or 3 rounds. Okay, so next we'll move on to some ab exercises. And for this one, first of all, we're just going to do an isometric hold, just so you can engage your abs. So very simple. All you do is bend your legs, and you're going to have your hands off the floor, and you're just reaching forward like this, and you're lifting your head and chest up off the floor. All right, so we're doing this crunching motion. You're fully engaging your abs, and just lifting your hands up towards your knees, and try to keep your head and chest up off the floor just for about 15 seconds, and just squeeze in that area. Alright, trying to squeeze that as much as you can, and then you can relax. And then next what we'll do is we'll go for 30 seconds of reps of that movement. So you're literally just going to go up and down like that, trying to bring your hands over the top of your knees. So all you're doing here is sliding your hands up and down your legs. Okay, 10 seconds left. I'll go for 1 more. Alright, so just relax for about 10-15 seconds. You can stretch out your abs by doing this motion. If you lie down flat and you bring your hands back behind you like that, kind of lift your chest up a bit, that's going to stretch out your abs by putting them into a lengthened position. Alright, so we'll go from there into we'll do a hollow hold for this one. Alright, so all you're going to do is start in this position where you have your feet up off the floor. Alright, and then really slowly what you're trying to do is lean back and let your legs go forward, and you're trying to hold that position there, and try not to let your back touch the floor. Just do that for about 10 seconds. And then if you can, try and pull yourself up. If you can't, all you have to do is just slowly let yourself down to the floor and relax. Because that's a slightly more advanced exercise, so it'll depend on how long you're training. And then the last ab exercise we'll do is a reverse crunch. So just gonna lie on your back, have both your legs up here, let your legs come down a few inches, and then throw your legs back up, bringing your feet over your eye line. So you're trying to keep your legs as straight as possible, and then just going forward and back like that. Just gonna go for 2 more. All right, cool. So that is the workout done. Don't know about you, but I'm sweating a lot after that. So I hope you found that workout helpful. If you did, just leave a comment down below. If you have any questions about anything that I did there, I'm not going to bite. Feel free to ask. No such thing as a stupid question. And of course, if there's any topics that you'd like me to discuss regarding, sleep, nutrition, getting fitter, motivation, mental health, whatever it may be, have any questions related to that, please let me know and I'll do a live video on it. At the moment I do have a couple of free spaces on my 90-day body and mind mastery program, as well as my 8-week female transformation program. So if you would like some more details on that, or if that sounds interesting, just send me a message and I'll let you know about it. And I also have one space available in my group classes, my ladies only group classes on Mondays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have 2 different sets of group classes available. So if that's something that's also interesting, or you'd like a bit of extra accountability, structure, or motivation just to stay on track, let me know and I can send you over the details. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again next week.